Now everyone knows about Starbucks, but we must tell you that you probably don't know the whole story about it. Test your coffee knowledge with the top 20 Starbucks interesting facts. Starbucks wasn't founded by coffee connoisseurs.
What?
Starbucks began in the 1970s with Gordon Bowker, a writer, Zev Siegel, a history teacher, and Jerry Baldwin, an English teacher. CEO Howard Schultz didn't step until the 1980s, and he was the one who introduced drinks to the chain. Before, they only sold coffee beans. The story of the Starbucks name and siren logo. The name was inspired by author Herman Melville's famous novel Moby Dick. Starbuck was the name of the first mate on the ship, the Pequod. After settling on name, next up was to create a logo. The first Starbucks was opened in Seattle's Pike Place Market, so Starbucks has two connections to the seafaring world. Seattle is a port city, and coffee often travels long distances across the water to get to us. Over time, Starbucks has given the siren a few makeovers, but she remains as alluring as ever. Combinations possible. Chances are good that you have heard of the Starbucks secret menu, which is basically a huge list of drink combinations that are not on the menu. Going through all of those options would take a very long time. If you take all of Starbucks core beverages, multiply them by the modifiers, and then customization options, you get more than 87,000 combinations. The secret meaning behind partners' aprons. In more than 80 markets around the world, the green apron is a symbol of Starbucks. It signals a warm welcome and expert coffee craft from more than 400,000 baristas. But did you know there are many types of Starbucks aprons? Colorful variations have popped up over the years, like special orange aprons in the Netherlands to celebrate King's Day. Others include pale blue aprons for the launch of Frappuccino, Happy Hour, and a rare purple apron for barista champions. In early 1990s, Starbucks introduced black aprons as special designation for partners certified in coffee knowledge, which later became what is now the Coffee Master program for partners. And to help spread some holiday cheer, partners wear their red aprons when the holiday season arrives. There are two cup sizes that are not on the menu. There are 3 cup size options: tall, grand, and venti. But what you might not realize is that there are 2 other sizes as well. First is an 8-ounce short cup, which is what the kids' hot chocolate is served in. You can ask for it for anything though. Then there is the Trenta, which holds 31 ounces and is only for iced drinks. The world's largest Starbucks. Did you know that Starbucks' largest store is the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, Chicago? Here, the coffee roaster is the first thing visitors see when they enter. The Chicago Roastery boasts 5 floors and 35,000 square foot store celebrates the company's heritage in coffee roasting and the craft of coffee. Starbucks has secret shops. One such is known as Roy Street Coffee and Tea in Seattle, and they sell things that aren't on typical Starbucks menus. This includes things like wine, beer, and gourmet cheeses that can't be mass-produced. They sometimes use the secret shops to test out new products as well. Starbucks donates old food. In 2019, their baristas spoke up after what Starbucks announced a plan to donate 100% of its leftover food to feed the hungry. The plan was going to affect all 7,000 US locations, So they partnered with Feeding America to donate unsold meals like sandwiches and salads. Starbucks has its own coffee farm.
What?
Yes, Starbucks owns a coffee farm and you can take a virtual tour. Purchased in 2013, Hacienda Alsacia is a 240-hectare coffee farm located in Costa Rica that serves as a working farm as well as Starbucks' global research and development facility. If you buy Starbucks beans, baristas will grind them for you. To add even more, baristas will do this for no charge, but don't try and bring beans from another roastery, that's treason. Starbucks has its own record label. Starbucks is known for the music playing in the background of each store. As it turns out, the company actually has its own record label called Hear Music. It was created with Concord Music Group in 2007 and actually includes some pretty huge performers like Paul McCartney, James Taylor, and Johnny Mitchell. There is a reason for the round tables in the restaurants. Starbucks designs its stores a certain way so that people can feel like they have their own private space while still being in a cafe setting. The round tables were chosen so that folks don't feel or appear lonely. There is a 10-minute rule. In Starbucks, they have to open the store 10 minutes before the posted opening time and leave the doors unlocked for 10 minutes after the posted closing time. So, if you really want a drink from Starbucks and notice it they closed 5 minutes ago, you are in luck, they still can serve you. Starbucks spends more on healthcare for employees than coffee beans every year. Starbucks offers a generous benefits package to their employees, including providing healthcare to employees who work 20 hours a week or more. According to CEO of the company in 2008, Starbucks spends $300 million annually on healthcare, which is more than their expenditures on coffee beans.
Wow.
There is a special Starbucks for members of the CIA.
Would you like to see?
Yeah. The Starbucks on the CIA campus, and it's just as secretive as you'd imagine. Baristas are given more training and there are more intense background checks.
What?
Plus, there are no names allowed, not even obviously fake ones. Don't let your name misspelled or mispronounce it. Join the CIA! The chain banned scents in every store.
What?
According to the Starbucks dress code, perfume, cologne, shaving lotion, or highly fragrant deodorants or powders may not be worn because the smell affects the taste and aroma of their coffee. The chain also banned smoking in the 1980s, years before that became the norm. Their blonde roast has more caffeine than the darker varieties.
Hold up.
Most customers order blonde roast thinking that it has less caffeine. In reality, a tall blonde roast has 270 milligrams of the buzzy stuff, whereas a tall featured dark roast only has 195 milligrams. For 20 years, the company opened 2 stores every day on average. From 1987 to 2007, the amount of new Starbucks locations cropping up increased so rapidly that over the span of those 2 decades, the company opened 2 stores every day on average. And that's what happens when you drink too much caffeine. The unique size lingo doesn't actually mean anything. Tall, grand, venti, trenta, it's all nonsense. Apparently the names were just made up in a conference room and there is no real reason why a small is called a tall and a large is venti. Starbucks was the first brand to reach 10 million likes on Facebook. Facebook has a soft spot for Starbucks as the brand was the first to reach 10 million likes on their page back in 2010. If you check the page today, the number of likes has skyrocketed to more than 36 million. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more interesting videos. Have a nice day!